Welcome back to another edition of Health Hack. I am Melissa Deely, your host, and I'm continuing to talk about what toxins are lurking inside your body. And today's toxin of the top 5 that I lab test for and see showing up on a regular basis amongst my clients is cadmium. Now, what are the sources of cadmium toxicity? Well, the biggest source is actually food grown in cadmium contaminated soil. So, where sewage or sludge or fertilizers or irrigation water is getting into the soil and contaminating the soil. And this also impacts coffee as well. Coffee can be grown in cadmium contaminated soil. Other sources are exhaust fumes. Large ocean fish such as tuna, cod, and haddock can be contaminated with cadmium, as well as refined and processed foods, processed meats, cola drinks, cigarette smoke, contaminated drinking water, motor oil, as well as the exhaust fumes that I mentioned before, some artists' paints, and then there can be occupational exposure. So people who work in battery manufacturing or with semiconductors or with dental materials. Now, how does cadmium affect the body? Well, like lead, it can be uptaken into the bones instead of calcium and cause cancers down the road. But it can impact our energy levels, our nervous system, our bones and joints, our cardiovascular system, our digestive system, the male reproductive system, the endocrine system, the dental system, so to speak, dental impact. And it can also have psychological impacts as well. So there's lots going on with cadmium. And then what conditions does it cause? Well, thyroid dysfunction. It can cause lung disease, inflammation in the body, migraine headaches, strokes. It can also be causing diabetes, cirrhosis of the liver, elevated cholesterol levels, some forms of cancer, cardiovascular disease, arthritis, alopecia, fertility issues, hypertension. So these metal toxins trigger all sorts of diseases. It doesn't mean that it's the one cause. There often can be, different causes, but if you're having symptoms, you're trying to understand why, this disease is showing up, then you definitely want to also be looking at heavy metals, because when you remove the heavy metals, then the body can start healing, right? Or if you just want to know, I live in a toxic world, what metals are lurking inside my body that I need to get out, we can run lab work. And it's literally a trimming of hair from the nape of your neck that you send into the lab. I read that lab for you, and we can address the issue before it ever becomes a diagnosis. That's the proactive side of healthcare that I love, and the fact that we can do this. So if you'd like to know more, message me, Melissa, at yourguidedhealthjourney.com.